Hey there, Bulldog fans. I'm your host, Mark Minner. Welcome into the Bulldog Blitz. Ahead in today's show, both the men's and women's basketball seasons have ended. We'll take a look at the results. And before you go wondering whether or not Brad Stevens plans to stay on as head coach, hear what he has to say. Plus, we'll have our panel back in studio to break down the past week in Butler athletics. But first, the men's basketball team is now preparing for the 2009 season after they were knocked out of the NCAA tournament on Thursday. The Dogs got off to a bad start, falling behind 9-0 in the first few minutes, but Butler fought back and closed it to within 6 at the half. Matt Howard led the Bulldogs with 22 points and 8 rebounds. He played only 25 minutes because of early foul trouble, forcing him to the bench for most of the first half. Shelvin Mack added 18 points to go along with 8 boards, and Gordon Hayward added 12 points on 4 3-pointers. LSU was led by their future NBA star Marcus Thornton, who poured in 30 points on an efficient 10 of 15 from the field. After the game was over, we caught up with the players and Coach Stevens to hear their reactions.
One thing we talked about is staying together, and I think that's really important. I think we stayed together throughout the whole game, no matter what happened. You know, it got down double digits a few times, but you know, one thing we're doing is just keep fighting. I think we did that for the most part. You know, just didn't finish the job.
We really didn't tighten up the defense. We did some things that we talked about during the huddle and didn't go out and execute, and so that was probably the difference.
Obviously, we had a good year, and that's what it is, and that's what we all have to realize. It was a good year. Nothing's guaranteed for the future, and so you just have to work even harder. You have to be even better, and do your very best to get another opportunity on this stage.
Only one coach in the history of NCAA Division I men's college basketball has had a better first 2 years than Brad Stevens. Coach Stevens has compiled a 56-9 record in his first 2 seasons, leading the Bulldogs. That's only 2 wins behind the record. After the LSU game, Coach Stevens was asked if he would follow the trend of former Butler coaches and leave the Dogs for a head coaching position at a larger school.
I have no idea why. I mean, right now I'm the luckiest guy. I've got a great job. I just try to do my best to make the people that I work for happy, and you know, I don't see any reason why. And certainly my thought, my attention, and everything I've given really for the last 9 years has been to Butler.
It would be hard to leave this group no matter what the offer would be.
There's no doubt about it. They're a great group.
For the first time since the 1997-98 season, the women's basketball team advanced to postseason play. The women won their first game over Duquesne on Thursday. However, in the second-round matchup against Marquette, they fell short. But the Bulldogs did not go down without a fight. The Dogs were down by 16 points halfway through the second before they rallied back, closing it to within 1 with 6 minutes remaining. But Marquette pulled away, and the Dogs couldn't seem to generate any offense as their season ended with a 58-49 loss. Tara Burns led the Bulldogs in scoring with 13 points and 6 dimes. 2 problems for Butler were turnovers and shooting. The team combined for 19 turnovers and shot just 33% from the field, 11% from beyond the arc. The loss ended a very successful year for the women, who had their second straight season with at least 20 wins. What a way for the women's tennis team to open league play. After months of playing non-conference opponents, the women took on Valparaiso Sunday and made quite a statement, winning 6-1. The number 3 doubles team of Cam Thompson and Ashley Breitenbach highlighted the match against the Crusaders with an 8-0 victory. And for the first time in her career, Cam Thompson was named the Horizon League Player of the Week after going undefeated in both singles and doubles play. The Dogs will return to league play on Friday when they head off to Detroit. Freshman Claire Cornelius had a successful trip down to Jacksonville, Florida, where the women's golf team competed in the North-South Invitational. Claire finished runner-up, shooting a career-best 70. Senior Lauren Showers concluded the day with an 81, ending up in a tie for 16th place with a 2-day total of 158. The women's team finished in 4th place out of 11 teams that competed. When we return, our panel is back in studio to talk about the first round of the big dance in Greensboro and the women's trip to Marquette in the NIT. All that and more coming up on the Bulldog Blitz.